Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 37, where Wrexham beat Morecambe 3-1 in a comeback victory. And yes, as you can see on the thumbnail, it's Headbands, TOPKNOTS, and MULLS. That's a great band. I love it. Those guys were fantastic yesterday, and really excited for a comeback victory. So smash a like on the video. Yes, smash a like on the video on our road to 500. We're on our way. Like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Thank you for everyone for joining the watch along yesterday and the shows. It's been really fun getting involved in the Discord. It is Sunday. And right now I'm about 10 minutes into the Liverpool-Man City match at 0-0. So I want to get this out there for everyone to watch and talk about our team, Wrexham, who are on our way to fighting for promotion and the title. I know no one want to say it, got 10 games left, but yes, yesterday, away win, and it was something spectacular. But I got a little bit of a treat for everyone as we go through real quick. I thought this was cool. This is why we're doing it here.
Headbands at 2 games, 7 goals. Good omen to have now.
Yeah, it's here to stay.
Man.
You know, I've got a bit of stick for it, but it's here to stay. As you can see, I probably need the hairband, so so far so good.
Thanks, Matthew. Congratulations.
Macca needs that hairband. And yes, keep it on, my man. Keep it on. I love it. That's fantastic. Good to see him smiling. Good to see him playing well yesterday. But let's dive into it real quick. I give my overall thoughts to the match yesterday. It was a good watch. It was a really good watch. It was very frustrating when we started because they got off to a really good start. And fair play to them. Fair play to them. They scored first within a couple minutes there. AO came out. The ball bounced. AO comes out, gets back in, recovers, and it was a quick strike by their striker. And I thought he did well for the goal. And I thought AO could have done a little bit better to prevent that goal. But it happens. And maybe it was something that we needed, even though it took us a little while to turn the game around after that. And once we did turn the game around, it was gravy from there on. And I thought we all played really, really well. And it's been frustrating away for us on the away games, but I think it was good. We showed effort there, and it's really good to see MULLS firing, especially at this late stage in the season. Because I think sometimes he's been trying real hard. We talking about the strategy of lumping the ball along. But that opening goal yesterday was pure effort, absolute pure effort. I'm going to win this ball. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to outrun this guy. I'm going to out-battle this guy on that left side. Ball came up, bounced, went down. He ran after it. Macca busted a gut to get in the middle of the park and bang, back of the net. And there we go. We're up 1-0, and it's fantastic. And I really thought that it was an impressive display of just like we're not gonna go down without a fight. There are 15 minutes there where it looks like we're gonna get it was gonna go, shoot, is this gonna happen again? And unfortunately, fortunately, we did not let that happen. And as you can see, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's 10 matches left in this season, and we are sitting in third. And as I talk about that, we are sitting in third, and there's a real opportunity here. There's a really, really good opportunity here that things can go our way. Let's see yesterday. So I'm bringing this up to you. Hopefully people can see that. I hope you can. But as you can see yesterday, the opportunity is, look what we're sitting right there. We are sitting in third place. We have 36 games played. Top of the tree is Mansfield, who won yesterday. Stockport got a late victory against Newport County. Sorry, Kieran. I know that was it literally came across us on our messages. He was live messaging while he's at the game. We're gonna pull this out. Oh, 1-0. Stockport came back, but we are sitting very, very pretty right now. I like where we're at. We play Stockport last season of this last game of the season, and that's a game I'm trying to go to. And we play Mansfield. Those are 6-pointers right there. Those are absolute 6-pointers, and I'm loving the fact that anything can happen. And separation with Empengadons is only into fourth. There is only 2 points, but Crew have dropped. So we are sitting very, very nicely, and I'm liking where this is going. I'm liking where this is going for the rest of the season. So on that note, going back to the goals, but going back to the game, I thought McCLean, obviously, before we talked about Macca in the middle. Macca in the middle is working. It absolutely is working. I think where we're at right now, Macca in the middle is working. Mendy at that left wing back position is working. I like that there. What the good news is the fact that we do have guys coming back. Stash is obviously training back. He's been training maybe this last week, probably not fully fit. and Gio is coming back probably a little bit behind. So those are two midfielders, and one can play in the back as well. Having that back and Macca in the middle, we got these 10 games left. I think we have 6 away and 5, 6 home and 5, 6 home and 4 away. I think that's where we're at. A little bit of rotation might not hurt. A little bit of rotation for the midfield is good. Listen, I think that we're poised. We're really, really poised and coming back, and maybe we're hitting our stride right at the right time. Parky gets a lot of stick. My number one issue with Parkinson, granted, I love where we're at in the league, is his substitutions, his late substitutions. And obviously he's not going to change. But, my only thing is the late substitutions. Everything else is fine and gravy. Yesterday, I don't know if anyone watched this we talked about this in the after show, the post 90s. I think Sean and I talked about it, about making an adjustment during the middle of the match. We did that. We made the adjustment. Stop putting the ball long, got the ball on the ground, put the ball out wide, get it in the box, aggression, effort, and that changed everything. Another thing that happened yesterday, should have had a penalty. Stonewall penalty for me. Macca was in the box, bang. In the first half, should have been a penalty. Guy stuck his leg out. Macca went over. There's maybe people want to see another angle. There's no VAR, obviously. So it wasn't a pen. It wasn't a pen. I thought it was a penalty. For me, even Macca said it in his interview. It was a penalty, and I thought for that we should have a pen right there. The ref, to me, was really inconsistent. I hated him in the first half. Loved him toward the end of the half because we got Mullin got his Mullin got a strike there for penalties. Mullin, we got a penalty and Mullin put it in for a penalty. So yeah, it turned out that we got it the other way around, which is fine. Going into halftime, we were okay. We were poised. It was okay. We had a little bit of momentum, and obviously things went our way. We kept progressing, getting better and better. And then later on for the other goal, Fletcher came in and scored a fantastic header. LA Lee's corners haven't been that great, but that cross came in from Macca. And I think after the match, I said Mullin was my man of the match, but I got it. McCLean really did play well. I think he's just head and shoulders, just absolutely killing it. So really impressive win. I like the fact that we're winning games in different ways. We're not just blowing teams out. We're battling back. We did look very, very poor. We were second to every ball, second to every header in the opening match, and then we turned it around. And we were, after that Mullin aggression, running down, just busting a gut, and that ball almost going through the net. From Macca there, that changed everything around. So I like that we're winning games in different ways, and it's impressive. And I think we're going to hit this stride right after, right at the right time. And touch wood, fingers crossed, all the stuff, all the stuff we could do this. So good to see. Let's talk about this. There's a report here from on the website. This is the Wrexham website. We talk about this from Colin Henry's. James McCLean and Paul Mullin each grabbed a goal and assist to inspire Wrexham to a comeback win against a 10-man Morecambe. Yes, Morecambe did get a sending off yesterday, 2 yellows. It was unfortunate that guy got sent off, but it was a bad challenge for that second challenge. That guy was quick too. I can't, if I see his name here, I'll do it. I'll see what it was. Oh yeah, they did go down to 10 men, and from there on, it was amazing. Max Melbourne is right there. Max Melbourne was sent off for a second bookable offense before Mullin scored a penalty spot, and substitute Stephen Fletcher headed Wrexham's third. Wrexham were unchanged from last week's 4-0 against Accrington Stanley, with Ollie Palmer starting alongside hat-trick hero Mullin up front. Yeah, so I like the Ollie Palmer Mullin partnership up there. They clearly like playing with each other. They clearly like each other, which helps out sometimes, most of the time. They clearly like playing with each other. I thought Palmer didn't have his best game, but his hold-up play is good. I thought he would win a few more headers, but once we turned the screw, and MULLS was and there was some intricate 1, 2, 3 passes between Mullin, Lee, and Palmer. Palmer was really backing into his defender. Sorry about that. Mullin was really backing into his defender, and I thought that he did, his hold-up play got better, and Elliot Lee was trying to run off him, and with the overlap on Mendy, I thought that was our most dangerous positions there. One thing I just got to say about Elliot Lee's crosses aren't that great, but he's trying to place the ball in the back of the net. That doesn't, those curling shots aren't really working for him. I want to see him stop placing the ball and start hitting it. But he does have 15 goals a season, and so does MULLS. So what do I know? But his shooting was off yesterday, and his corners were off. Morecambe were in front with the first meaningful attack of the game. However, a slight defensive mix-up between O'Connell and AO saw the ball deflected wide for Garner, who cut inside onto his left foot and finished low inside the near post. Now, AO did get near post, and we talked about it briefly. He, got back on his line. I don't think he was fully at fault for the goal. It was just, one of those things they punch us in the mouth. And we got up off the mat. Ogano didn't get off the mat from AJ. By the way, nice knockout from AJ the other night. Ogano took one and went down. But yeah, we got up off of that, and we rose, and we came back and won this game 3-1. So excited about it. Wrexham won in the penalty 23rd minute, as we discussed. McCLean ran onto Ollie Palmer's pass, which was tripped up by Jacob Bedeau in the area, but the referee Thomas Parsons turned that appeal down. So that's the appeal. I thought it was a stonewall for me, absolutely stonewall for me. Red Dragons were level on 32 minutes. However, when Mullin pounced on a mishit back pass, the striker ran into the area, looked up and squared the ball for McCLean to slam the ball home. And that was it. That's the effort and what we need to do to keep moving forward. And I thought that's the turn of the match right there. Absolutely was. Mullin was a provider again 35 minutes later. Sorry, in the 35th minute, backhilling to Andy Cannon after Jacob Mendy's deep cross was only half cleared by the midfielder, shot high wide on his left foot. A minute later, Mullin spun and steadied himself on the muddy surface below, shooting low, but Archie Mayer saved well to his left. I thought their keeper was really good. I thought their keeper kept them in. It could have been 5 or 6 yesterday. Their keeper was really good. Did some really had some really great saves. And also, AO had a really good save down to his left yesterday too. So I thought AO later on when we were up later in the second half, AO we were sitting deep a little bit, and I know they were down 10 men. But AO did make a really, really good save down there too. So fair play to him. At his former ground, Mullin was proving a handful, and his lob back across goal from McCLean's crossfield pass in the 43rd minute dropped just wide of the far post. Yes. So going on, the halftime interval did not stem Wrexham's momentum. The Red Dragons flew out of the traps into the second half. Max Cleworth headed over from Elliot Lee's corner 47 minutes in, and a minute later, Andy Kinner unleashed a powerful shot from the edge of the area, which Archie Mayer beat clear. Yes, I said Archie Mayer, their goalkeeper was really good. I thought he played well. Let me get that off there. I thought he played well for them. And that Max Cleworth header, it was just a kind of ahead of the ball, couldn't bring it down. There was a decent corner there from Elliot Lee. It was one of his best. But yeah, except for the better cross came in later on from Maka when it went off of Fletcher. But I thought Max, God damn it, Max is playing so good. He didn't get as high up the pitch as he has been the last couple of games. I thought he sat back really well. They were trying to press us up front, so Barnett was getting up, and Max couldn't get some distance up. I thought Barnett had a quiet game yesterday too, but for me, Max is he seems to be really disciplined on the ball, and I'm liking what he's doing. And like I said, they were pressing us a little bit high up the pitch until he went down the dead men, so Max wasn't able to get high. But Max wins his headers. He's uses his body well. He's smart. He's got good feet, and he's got good communication. It seems like he holds the back line well with who's ever in the middle. O'Connell, who is just in good form. I know he was not at fault for the goal, but the ball did bounce for him in front of him. A little bit of a mix up there, but O'Connell is so good on the ball, and for a center half, so impressive. But him and Max and Boyle didn't get sent off. And I don't think he got a card yesterday, so it was a good Boyle. It's a good back line. That's probably right now. Well, first of all, that's our best lineup, hands down, right now with the injuries. So, and like I said, we're going to be even. City just went close with the injuries what we have right now. I think that is absolutely our best back line, and having Gio and Stash on their way to coming back, it's just like, okay, we can do this. MULLS firing. Moving on, MULLS went close again on 66 minutes when Barnett headed Mendy's deep cross goal, but Mayer turned his hook shot wide to the near post. Again, Mayer with the saves. Morecambe substitute found an opening save. Palmer was replaced by Fletcher in the 76th minute to a rousing reception from the away fans before Andy Cannon twice had efforts from long range, one that missed the target, and the other one deflected wide. City score, of course they do. Jesus H. 1-0 City. 1-0 City, 23-10 in it, 23-10. Let me see here. nonetheless, Wrexham were able to celebrate an important. Okay, Mullin did come off. McCLean did come off. So that's another thing that happened too. McCLean pulled out of 2 challenges yesterday. One in the middle of the park, he could have done a professional foul, but the headband held him back. So we have 1 game to go for him not to get his 10th yellow card and to miss out. We have 1 game to go for Elliot Lee not to get 2 yellow cards. So we're sitting pretty there. Absolutely sitting pretty there, and the discipline that Macca showed yesterday, not to dive into challenges, and he did have 1 really solid challenge on the edge of, I think it was the edge of our box, that he went down to ground, had a great challenge on a Morecambe player to prevent them going in on goal. But he played really well yesterday. Again, turning into one of my favorite players. And his intelligence, captain, and the armband, everything is fantastic. Would have liked to have seen Mullin come off a little bit early and McCLean come off a little bit earlier. My number 1 concern with I don't care. The Parkinson, you got to get people off earlier. There's no reason to have people on like that, especially when we're up or winning. No reason. The 72nd, 74th minute subs. I'm a 60-minute guy for subs. Just because I watch Alex Ferguson for several years, and I just think it's I would like to see other players come off and get in there. Like to have seen Marriott get in there a little bit earlier, Luke Young get in a little bit earlier to save some legs, because he got a game on Tuesday against Harrogate Town at home at the Stoke. Anyways, my 2 cents. But everyone played really well. I really was impressed. But Andy Cannon just goes about his business all the time. And just, he's a solid 7 at all times. He does a dirty work. He does things that, aren't sexy, scores the odd goal, has a great shot on him, but, was really good in the middle of the park. I thought Elliot Lee also grew into the match, as well as what Parkinson was talking about, us growing into the match. I thought we grew into the match, and as such, I thought Elliot Lee grew into the match as well. Intricate 1-2s between Palmer, Elliot Lee, and MULLS. Well, once we started to click in there a little bit, it was one of the most satisfying matches, because we did go down and we did come back. So I was impressed by that. Another article here I was looking at. This is from Richard Williams, our guy Richard Williams. He was talking about good photo there by those guys. I love that. Phil Parkinson admits his side took some time to get going after the early setback against Morecambe, but the Reds boss felt his players got the better and better as the game wore on to deserve their victory at the Mazuma Stadium. Totally agree with that. Wrexham maintained the promotion challenge by beating the Shrimps 3-1 to stay 3rd in League 2, 3 points behind leaders Mansfield, and same tally, 2nd place Stockport, and 2 ahead of NK Dons. Playoff contenders Morecambe took a 4th-minute lead, as we talked about this. Parkinson was mentioning too. Morecambe are a team on form. I think they got 20 points for their last 10 games. That's pretty good, and they fancy their chances of getting into the playoffs at Parkinson. Quote: "The start we had is going to knock anybody, and it took us a little while to get going." As he's very true, it took us 15-20 minutes to get going, and we got punched in the mouth and went back 1-0. We should have had a penalty when James McClean was brought down to the box. It was one of the clearest penalties you'll ever likely to see. I totally agree with that. But it was a great goal. MULLS has preyed on defenders' mistake and squared it, and James's athleticism to join in was brilliant to get us back in the game. Again, that's the turning point for me. It gave us a lift. Absolutely. We needed it, and we looked like we could go on and get another goal, and we did. We had the conditions in our favor in the first half, and we stepped onto them really well in the last 20 minutes, but we kept the momentum going in the second period. Yeah, so it was very, very windy. Very, very windy, and it looked like maybe that was a crux of why we changed tactics. I don't like the long ball we put out there. We changed tactics midway for the first half and stopped lumping the ball up, which I do not know why we do that. Obviously, it's because we're trying to get the ball up to Palmer to knock it down and have someone run off it. And Palmer did have a couple knockdowns to Mullin yesterday, but ineffective, and was changing. It was very, very windy, which also led to our first goal on our end. Max Melbourne was shown a second yellow. Yeah, we talked about that. Stephen Fletcher substitute. And this is Parkinson was delighted with the performance following the tricky start. Quote, he said, "Morecambe are a team who sit off the ball and look to counterattack teams. He added going down to 10 men. It just made them drop a little bit deeper, which gave us obviously a little more space in the middle there. Then we got the penalty, which the referee has gotten absolutely no choice but to give that. I don't know what the lad was doing, and MULLS had stuck it away. MULLS was very calm. Short run up. Keeper who did play well yesterday. MULLS did really well with taking his penalty. Short run up, keeper went to his right, and MULLS waited a second, bang to his left, rolled it in. Easy does it, 15th of the season. I love it. As the second half wore on, Parkinson said, we got better and better. We were really positive in everything we did, and Fletcher came on and sealed the game for us. I was very pleased with everything about the display. Yes, very, very pleased about the display myself. We're sitting very, very nicely in this part of the season, and I cannot complain, as you can see right there. Let's talk about the fixtures that are coming up. Obviously, we have the game against Harrogate Town at home. We will be doing the live watch along here on the Local Pundit. Again, smash a like on the video if you like it, and get involved in the Discord. But we will be doing the live watch along on Tuesday for the Harrogate Town game at 7:45, 11:45 my time. Actually, no, it's going to be 12:45 my time, because we had daylight savings last night, so I lost an hour. Then we go away on Saturday to Tranmere. So then we're still home against Tranmere. I can't read. Home at Tranmere, Grimsby Town, Mansfield away, March 29th. Big game there. Big game. 6-pointer, baby. 6-pointer. But we got to take these one at a time here. You absolutely got to take these one at a time. There's really good opportunity for us. April looks to be, obviously going to the last end of it here. Away at Doncaster, away at Colchester, Crawley Town, Forest Green, Crewe, and Stoke. So, another 6-pointer right there. This Stoke right here is a 6-pointer. These two are 6-pointers. So you never know what can happen. But I'll tell you this right now: we are sitting very, very nice in this league. I'm very impressed with the team. I'm very impressed with the comeback, especially getting away goals and 3-1 and going down 1 and then coming back to beating them. So it's impressive. So all right, appreciate it. I will see you all tomorrow for the match preview. It's going to be a Monday match preview tomorrow. For the Harrogate Town game at home, back at the Stoke, 4 walls, baby. Big, impressive win. HEADBANDS, TOPKNOTS, and MULLS. I love it. That's a Wrexham reaction. So on that bombshell, I will see you all soon.